in their hideout, in their quarters. Everybody saw it. Nigerians saw it. But the Supreme Court, in their wisdom, delivered a judgment and said Fubara should recognize these lawmakers who have become from the party that were elected. Not everybody will have that, courage, that humility, that spirit of peace and togetherness like Governor Fubara. He surprised most of us. As a Democrat, he accepted that Supreme Court judgment wholeheartedly and started implementing immediately. First, he told the local government chairmen that were elected to step aside in obedience to that judgment. They did. And he commenced the process of paving way for the election. And the RISEC moved in, led by former Justice Enebili, and issued timetable for election to be held on Saturday, August 9th. But like I said before, and like we said before, that the interest of Nysom Wike is not about election. It's not about peace. It's not about progress. It's about his attitude that he must control the state. And as long as he's not the one controlling the state, nothing should be done. So all these litigations about the local government, about assembly members, are all decoys to help him achieve his agenda, which is crisis. Now, election has been fixed for August 9. I want to inform the general public that while Rivers people are preparing for the election that Supreme Court have ordered to be reconducted, the Wike group again is running around looking for injunction to stop the conduct of the election. It's running around like they did before for the House of Assembly to now amend the local government law in the middle of the election to frustrate the election. It's now running around again to now make another law to say that those former chairmen, those Wike chairmen, whose tenure have expired, who have gone into political oblivion, that they should come back, former chairmen, and be superintending over the local government. Look at this whole madness. Look at this whole confusion. So it wasn't about local government election. It wasn't about House of Assembly. He wants to take what does not belong to him, to control the structures of governance. And that is why we have been in this problem. Despite obeying the Supreme Court judgment, despite the research fixing the election, the next thing is to issue ultimatum that the research chairman should come and explain about the former election. The next one is to issue arrest warrant. Stupid actions by errand boys, because the master wants the whole place to be in commotion. Why not go and prepare for election? Now you don't want the election to hold again. But I now want to say this boldly. We have been through this part before. There was an attempt in the middle of the night for the former chairman whose tenure have expired to jump in to take the council. The people resisted it. There was a plan to use the police to steal the election materials the morning of the election. It was resisted. These laws were changed overnight. It was resisted. Try it again. Followers of Nysom Wike and your paymaster. Try it again. We will go this part again. We will go this part again. If you think that you can change the local government law while the election process is already on, nobody on earth will obey it. The opposition coalition will stand in resistance to that. And we know that our government will stand in resistance to that. The election will go on. Change the law 100 times. We'll go through the same process again. This is 2 years. You vowed that the governor that was elected by the people, that you helped to be elected, cannot govern unless he governs in accordance with your personal dictates. That you remove him in 2 days. This is 2 years. And let me say that boldly for followers of democracy and lovers of democracy and the people of Rivers. Take it from me and take it from for all of us. Governor Fubara cannot be impeached by Wike and all those his renegade people. He cannot. He cannot. I want you to go to bed knowing that in Fubara you have a soldier for democracy and a respecter of rule of law who, despite being pushed to the wall, has stood and continued to preach peace. But they want until he surrenders his kidney for there to be peace, and that will not happen. So we have complied on the issue of local government. They are now trying to obstruct the election. But I want to tell Rivers people Continue your lobbying for the election, continue your consultation, continue your campaign. The election will hold on August 9th.